So I've been married and divorced 3 times. And if I could say one thing about my experience, and I mean, you can take it or leave it, it's going to be this. Make sure that whoever you are dealing with, okay, whether it's, somebody you're dating, long term, short term, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, or whatever, make sure that wherever they are at that moment, and by that moment, I mean, if they don't lose any weight, if they don't get a better job, if they don't fix, the childhood trauma, if they got a cat and you don't like cats, wherever they are at that moment, if you cannot deal with that, if you're thinking about, oh, well, if they change this and they change that, and, over time, then we'll grow to be, if they don't change a thing, is that somebody that you want to commit yourself to? See, what a lot of us, women especially, what we do is we connect ourselves to the potential that we feel a person has. And that potential doesn't always pan out. Sometimes we see something in somebody else that they don't necessarily get to realize or that they even see in themselves. But you got to understand that you have to love people where they are. And if they're showing a bunch of red flags and a bunch of deal breakers now, you have to know that if you commit yourself to that person, you could potentially be dealing with that for the rest of your life if you're talking about marriage or long-term relationships. So ignore the potential. Just throw that shit away. Go ahead and take a look at where that person is right now. If that's somebody that you can see yourself with long term until you leave this planet, then you commit to that person. But do not commit to somebody's potential, because that's not something that exists. It doesn't exist.
Right. Hot mics, you guys are on.
What is up out there? Welcome to another edition. Hey, Doc, you turn
You
it
got
down.
to
Turn
turn
that.
the phone
Yeah.
off. Turn that.
No, do not.
Opposite. Yeah. Welcome to another edition. Y'all know what it is. Shop culture. What is going on out there? Every Tuesday at 8 o'clock, we are here. Or 8-ish.
I'm talking shit. Let me turn my phone off.
Yep. I was about to say. Y'all talk about phones and everybody got the phone.
Mine's already down.
Only me and T.
Before I even walked in the door. So.
John, we got the doc in the building.
What's up, people? How's everyone doing this beautiful afternoon? Summer is upon us, and I hope y'all out enjoying it as I have been.
I seen you on the boat, huh?
Oh, yeah, man.
Where y'all go?
We went out over to Ballard, over by Locks.
Nice.
Yeah.
You ever go over to like Kirkland and go and eat?
Oh, yeah.
That's the dope. Yeah.
Yeah, Kirkland, you can dock over there,
Yeah.
pay it like a meter, all kind of restaurants and stuff.
What's
Dock right there.
Are we getting an invite here?
Yeah, Doc got the boat. That's nice. Then we got T over in the back right here.
So to all the moms and those who are taking and fulfilling mom roles, happy belated Mother's Day. to acknowledge all the people who are influencing children and others in their lives in a positive way. So thank you for that. Takes a village.
Yeah, real quickly, Mother's Day, yeah, it was a tough one this year. You know, losing moms was hard, still is, but still thankful and appreciate all the wonderful mothers out there. They're doing their thing. So Mother's Day is always day of celebration, even though we should probably be doing that every day.
Absolutely. All year round.
And fathers.
And
Yeah,
fathers
yeah.
as well.
Well,
So do you think mothers get the treatment they deserve on their special day and even year round? Do you think people take it as seriously as they used to?
well, I know I do, so I don't know. I'm just guessing people do. I mean, I could tell it was busy in the shop, so people were getting their haircuts, and every time I was talking to people, they talk about they're going to take their moms out. So unless they're
Okay.
lying to me,
Let's say there's single mom with small children.
Mhm.
Is it the baby's dad's responsibility to acknowledge her on
Absolutely.
Mother's Day?
Absolutely, I do believe that. I just think, and I'm tripping that people think it's a big deal. I mean, I think if it's a kid's mother, you need to set the example.
Right.
And even if you guys are not together, I mean, because more than likely, what's a small gesture to say, I'm thankful for you
For raising my kids.
for raising my children.
Well, I mean, if you're co-parenting, you're raising them together, but that's to imply that he's not playing an active role in their lives, that she's raising them. If you're saying you're raising my kids.
I don't. Here, go.
That wording is important.
Okay,
Right.
so, but the thing is, here's the thing though. More often than not, the mom has custody of the children, right? There are some relationships where their co-parenting is 50-50, but most of the time it's the mom who has primary custody, right?
Right.
And so most of the time, if the kids are sick, who they get with mom. I'm saying most of the time. I'm not saying all the time. I mean, there are some dads who are co-parenting well. There's some dads who have majority responsibility and who are doing that. But from what I've seen, usually it's the mom that is there most of the time.
Yeah, but if you have a father that's playing an active role,
Thank you.
I mean,
That's all he's saying.
in their lives, he's going to be a part of that. He's going to take the day off and say, "Hey, bring them over here. Bring the kids over here. I'll take care of them. I'll take the day off." He may work nights. She may work nights. He's sick. You go on to work. Bring the kids
over here. That should happen.
Right. And there are a lot of active fathers out there who take that who participate actively.
But what about Father's Day? Father's Day is
I don't totally agree with this statement, but you got it.
Father's Day is the day for that. I just don't see the big deal in just being like, you know what? Let me do extra. Even if you're not my mother, I appreciate you.
Right.
And I think you should do that probably at least a couple times throughout the year. I know. I mean, my son's mother, she does it. I mean, I have no complaints, so I don't mind. It's not a big deal to me.
Okay.
The fact that it's even a question, like it's your damn kid.
Right. Yeah.
That's how I look at it.
Automatic.
Right.
And the thing about it is, now I see what you're saying, T, and I see what you're saying, Doc, but T does have a strong point there. Usually mothers do play a little bit more of an active role in the raising because they're around the children. Not to say that the father's role is less important.
Right.
They're diminished at all. It's just that the mother is probably more active in the children's life. I mean, my son is in track, for example. I'm allowed to do what I have to do, and I go to the meets. But what about the practices?
Right. Well,
I mean, I'm just,
you do what you can as a parent, but just to come out and say thank you for raising my kid implies that you're not playing an active part.
Okay, that's interesting. I wouldn't see it like
it's
that.
like you're doing something for me that I'm not doing.
I guess wording. I guess you can say it like that. I guess I don't necessarily see it like that.
So when the father in most cases I've seen, the father has like every other weekend and like one night during the week. So that's what 2, 4, 6, 8, 12 days out of the year, of the month. out of 30 days, right? So that's not a whole lot compared to the mom who has, 5 days this week, and 4 days the next month.
But
Next week, I mean.
that depends on the parenting plan that
Right,
you agree
exactly.
on.
I'm saying that what I've seen typically is that the father, if he's the non-custodial parent, has 1 day during the week and every other weekend. So that's 2, 4. No, it's 8 days out of the month. So the majority of the time, the mother does have them, and so if something happens at school, typically it's the mother that's called first. If the child gets sick, they usually call the mom first. That could be societal, stereotypes, thinking that moms should be called first because women are seen as caregivers a lot of the time. But from what I have seen,
Would you say that's a gender role?
I would say it's a gender role. I would say it's a societal expectation, because there are some moms who do not
Play a chess already.
There are some moms who don't care for their kids very well, who are not very caring. There are some fathers who are very caring. So it's not a gender role; it's a societal expectation.
So
Stereotype.
We can't spend all night on this topic, y'all. We got
Right.
topics to get into, but go ahead, Doc.
Okay,
Go ahead, Doc. Well, no, go ahead, Doc, because
but I would say it's not a societal expectation. It's a gender role because because mothers play that nurturing role, and that's why mothers more often than not get primary custody of the kids, and most of the time with the kids on their parenting plan.
I agree, Kenny.
Let's hear some of these comments.
Schools call who is on the call list, mother or father.
That's right.
yeah, I think that goes because I've seen it both ways on that. So,
Hold on, that's Maine Miller. What does that one say?
what?
He says these kids aren't even home 10 hours a day almost. We got school, after school activities, extracurricular activities, and grandparents. Let's not act like active kids are just at home.
I mean, that's a point. yeah.
Yeah, because once they hit 8-10 years old.
I mean,
They're
like
outside.
for example, my son got like 4. I mean, the activities are just nonstop, and so I don't know. I guess just to follow up on it, I think mothers, we should appreciate and be thankful,
Right.
and
Bottom line.
that's the bottom line of it. I don't think everything we need to have debates about.
It's not competition.
No.
It's your damn kids. Do what you need to do.
Appreciate,
Take care of your damn kids.
love, and say thanks. It shouldn't matter what your relationship is with the mother at the end of the day.
Right. But then a lot of times, if it's the expectations for the father, if they're not together, to acknowledge his kid's mom on Mother's Day, do you think sometimes she could take that the wrong way? Oh, he still acknowledges me on Mother's
I mean,
Day.
whatever.
He
I mean, I
still
can't.
wants me. He wants to try again. He wants
I wouldn't go that far.
But
But
I mean, do you
I
think
wouldn't
that happens?
Okay, you're opening Pandora's box. We don't have time for this. We don't have time.
One last comment.
We don't have time.
So my son's dad, 1 year for Father's Day, I sent him a catered lunch because I appreciate him being father to our son. Nothing to do with I want him like that. Just I appreciate you, but the efforts you've made with our son, things you do for our son. I sent him lunch. I didn't even tell him it was coming. Surprised him.
It's called maturity.
yeah,
We're adults. We're mature, and you can do that. That's fine. That's cool.
Right. Nothing wrong with it.
Long as lines of communication are open and everybody.
Doc, we don't want to get T mad. You remember?
Clear.
She hit my shoulder, guys. I'm injured on this show.
It was an accident.
She got mad already, but she got mad at Doc. Doc had said something, I guess, and she took it out on my shoulder. I got to go to try to kind of decide. Man. Woo.
Oh yeah, tacos, man. That's clutch. If you got tacos. Do you remember what you got them for lunch?
Oh, what did you get?
No.
A steak?
I called the caterer.
Oh
Okay.
Caterer. Oh, that wasn't.
I had
T still wanted them.
Best baby mama ever. Well, ex-wife or baby mama.
Baby mama.
Okay, best baby mama ever.
It was executive, very nice catered lunch for him.
Damn.
She put thought,
Damn,
time,
T,
effort,
you must have
and
wanted
money.
You must have wanted
Tea
them.
is rare, y'all.
No,
It's rare. You don't got chicks like
Have you
this.
had Angelinas? Have you had their food?
Yes.
I said
That
lunch
is
at
Italian.
Angelinas.
Sounds very expensive
SeaTac.
to me.
You want me to hurt you?
You already did. I'm already injured.
No, but Angelinas is great. I love Angelinas.
So as he's sitting back eating this catered lunch, he's thinking, "Does she want me to come over tonight?"
I would think that.
No, 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 no,
Oh, niggas be
no,
niggas.
no,
Yeah,
no,
you gotta tell me
no,
something.
no,
Hey,
no,
you got to
no,
work on all the.
no, no.
Did he hit you with a text? Hey, so
What am I cooking? Hey,
He and I are still friends.
Okay,
We-
all right.
As you should be.
Yeah, right. It's
Yeah.
catering shit.
No, there's nothing more to
I'll
it.
be your friend too.
once you have a,
Like
once you
his,
have a child with your significant.
but his ex-wife and I were
Do you
really
think
good
you're
friends.
Still able to go back and.
Damn, y'all are just friendly over there,
Yeah,
huh?
like his ex-wife and I, we were really good friends. We're
Okay.
still friends.
Maturity.
Yeah, maturity.
All
I
right.
gotta ask you, Doc. Do you still think that that's an open invitation when you and your ex have children together that you can, you guys don't have. Nobody
Depends on the relationship. If you're sending gifts on Christmas, Mother's Day, or her birthday, well,
Probably lying.
probably so. You're trying to keep your foot in that door.
Just a tad bit. Just a tad.
Yeah.
My birthday, he took us to Circus Lake.
Mhm.
Y'all do extravagant shit for each other on a friendly tip. That's what's up.
That's a lot.
That's what's up.
And see, now come Father's Day, what do we get?
Oh.
You get to take your family out to dinner after they give you.
What?
You might get breakfast in bed. You might get breakfast in head. But now,
Okay, Doc. We about to go to the end. We
Doc-
gotta go
Doc
to the
already
end.
gets
Yeah,
started.
right. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. He ain't even touched the cognac yet. He already.
Honestly, for father, I just like to be left alone. You don't have to do nothing. Let me.
Yeah, that's a gift in
That's
itself.
the gift. Yes.
I'm not
Right.
even father, and I know I'm gonna end up appreciating that. Y'all just go somewhere.
Yeah.
Let me
Just.
leave me alone.
no, but they want
I'm good.
steak and
Just give me-
lobster on the grill, and you the only one in the house know how to grill.
Yeah. Yeah.
So get out there in the backyard, fire that grill up.
That's true.
A screwdriver, lawnmower oil.
All right. That's the
Oh,
Father's Day gift.
Yeah. So anyway, yeah.
Some cologne you ain't never gonna wear.
Well, usually for Father's Day, the gifts have no thought behind them. Let's
Right.
be honest.
Right.
Like they have very little thought.
Tragedy.
It's true. It's not really,
Go ahead and give you the same piece of put. No, I'm just playing.
Oh,
A plan.
I tell my
I'm
grandkids, my birthday,
T.
Father's Day, Christmas.
T, why your
anything.
soul almost leave your body? I'm sorry, Doc.
Like I told my daughter when she was growing up, and I tell my grandkids now, if you want to give me a gift, acknowledge me on any special day, do something original, make something, write me a poem,
They're gonna give you a mixtape, Doc.
create something, yeah,
yeah.
Some drill music.
something that you did.
Real quick before we get off, I see Aaron's on here, but Aaron had a really good post. He wanted to ask people in the group if anyone has any men's or women's shoes that they don't wear, and they need especially men's size 15 shoes for
Donation.
donation. And so, as a community, I hope that we can, have clothes, in good shape too. Please don't just get junk that you're about to throw
Size
away with
15,
holes.
that's hard to come. I got a lot of 13s I could give away. Though.
But he says right here, clothing that are,
I got a lot of clothing. I got a lot of 13s I could give away.
Okay. And so we will let me know, and then I will get a hold of Aaron and set it up where we can, get all the clothes and stuff to him. So that's in the community. Please.
Community efforts.
Community effort is needed. Let's do that, guys.
Let's get it. Shouts out to Aaron.
Yeah. We can talk all the mess, but when it comes down to some action.
Right. Do something. All right. So the idiocy of Ja Morant.
The last time we touched on this,
I'm going to call out Doc, though. With that
I
picture.
tried to give the brother a pass.
Yeah, I know.
I tried to give him the benefit.
Who was the one that said?
It was both of us, I believe. But you was on him.
I told
He
you
was
guys.
But when you notice that kind of stupidity in these young, talented, rich young men who don't know what to do with their money, their time, their life, I think there's a level of responsibility that lies on the veteran players to mentor these younger players.
You and this veteran player, that's crazy to me. Okay.
You don't think they should take them under their wing and
What
show them
veteran player? Because first of all, he's the highest paid on that team. So that comes with a certain level of, I'm the alpha male of this team. He's not going to listen to really no veteran on that team. And
it doesn't
obviously
have to be on his team. The NBA is made up of what? 200 players?
I just don't believe it's the responsibility.
I think
other players.
some level of responsibility lies on them to pull that
No.
brother's coat to the side and say, "Look, bro, you're fucking up."
No.
Doc, they can be doing that all day. every day.
Yeah, I just
It's up
you're
to that
taking
man.
away the level.
It's up to that man as to what path he chooses to walk under the sun. I can't walk for you, but bro, I
Right.
can try to
They told
advise
you
you
not
as best I can to knock it the fuck off. Now, if he goes beyond anything beyond that, that's on him.
And they
Right.
told you not to have guns or showcase guns. They told you that.
Right. And number
And
one,
you
he's
still
got
do
the
it.
wrong people in his circle.
So I don't know. I mean, at some point, you can't say it's even his parents' fault. I mean, at some point, it's his fault. He's a young adult male. So
With the wrong people in his circle.
well, but he chooses.
And where's his dad now?
Well, I mean, okay, but you don't think the dad has had any discussions and talk with him about since the last?
Well, he needs to
Four
take
incidents?
he needs to take it to the next level. Lock that nigga in the basement and
Take
box
off his
him
belt or something.
Yeah, hell yeah.
What's interesting, guys, I would encourage you guys to read. They have a Bleacher Report about all the other incidents that he's involved with, and it sounds like the parents are involved with that too. So
See, there lies the problem.
Shouts out to Keith Samuels. He's feeling your flow right now, Doc.
What's up, Keith? He was out on the boat with me. He really.
Oh, was that Keith?
Yeah.
Hey,
that was
KB,
Keith.
I agree with you. He does have the right to his own gun, but I mean, like, look, come on, man. There's a time and place for everything. Like, you're risking it all. What, 36 mil?
Can't,
Didn't you just-
39.
39 mil?
Can't-
It's not worth it, man.
Can I ask you a question? Can you
It's
bring
not
a gun
worth it.
on the bus while you're working? They have already said that. They have already told him. They've already. He's already got in trouble for. Like I don't get.
Real quick. Hello, how can I get my things to you? I have women's clothes size 10 to 12 and shoes. 10 to 12 and then shoes, and I believe 10 sizes 10, 12, and 9. I believe that's what they're trying to say. My husband has some clothing as well. He may have some shoes, 11 and a half. Yo, you should hit up Aaron. Tap in with him right now.
Yeah,
He's in the
Aaron
comments
actually
section.
commented right below you. Aaron, I don't know who
That's Don and Donald Blue.
is that. Don? Okay,
Okay,
Don Blue. Hit up Aaron. Aaron, hit up Don. There you guys.
Hit them DMs and then, hash
and
it out.
Exchange the information there.
We got a
So
connection.
there you go.
All right, y'all go ahead. I just wanted to make sure
I don't even what
they were connected. Y'all were talking
No,
about
you
John
said
Morant.
you read a comment. Didn't you read a comment before that? I think you read a comment. Anyways, the John Moran is.
Oh yeah, he has a. KB was saying that he has a right to his own gun, and I was saying that that's true, but there's a time and place for everything. Don't be on Instagram, showing your whole ass with a damn gun.
Right.
Isn't he like one of the top? I don't follow NBA like that. Isn't he like one of the top prospects? Or
He's
something
one
like
of the
that?
top players.
Right.
Yeah.
So like, why the fuck would you be on Instagram acting tough, acting like a tough guy when we know that's not where you're not even from the bricks like that.
You got the wrong people in your circle, and regardless of what kind of money you got, what your career status is, you become a product of your environment.
Exactly, Keith. He crashing out bad. What we call crashing, he's crashing out. Dude is just 39 million. You said
Left on the table.
Yeah.
I totally agree with somebody said we need to stop blaming his friends and blame him. And that's the issue I have. It's like people want to blame everybody else.
I'm not blaming his friends. I'm blaming him for who he has around him. That's his choice.
Absolutely his choice. Yes.
Yes.
I mean, I know your parents, my parents, I bet you a lot of people's parents have told you the company you keep. I guarantee you,
Yep.
parents have told each one of us that.
You are who you associate
But
with.
KB, you understand. KB says I can't bring a gun on the bus, but John Morant didn't bring a gun to his workplace
He
either.
brandished-
But he represents an
Organization,
right. He represents an
and they have already. He got in trouble for that. They've already talked to him.
There's
about
media.
that.
I'm sure they do media training,
All
out the
types of
damn
stuff.
ass with all that, and for him to go clearly going against that. Come on, that's why he's getting the pushback.
It's how it looks. Yeah, the standard of yeah.
Well, I mean, last time we touched on this, that's exactly what we touched on, the whole code of conduct that the NBA has. I'm sure that they have some type of code of conduct that they
On and off the
that they
court.
right exactly.
Well, he will be suspended. I think he's going to be half the season.
Didn't they already suspend him?
No, not yet. It hasn't been.
I read something.
No, it hasn't been a decision yet. I think he will be suspended. Do you agree with him being suspended half the season or a full season?
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Yeah.
absolutely. He's lucky he's still in the NBA.
Right.
How much money you think he has lost
That's a lot.
Endorsement
39
wise.
M's. He probably ain't gonna get no endorsements.
Well, he already had endorsement, but I'm saying what
been canceled.
Been canceled.
I'd say upwards of 100 million.
Man, stop listening to rap music. If
Right.
rap music is having an effect on, that's what they're listen. Because every time you hear some type of rap song or something like that, he got to get a gun.
Now B showing his age. It's
you know what I'm saying? It's just it's man.
Come on, man. Rap music. That's what we say. That's what we doing. It's rap's fault now.
Hip hop culture.
It's hip hop's fault now. Okay.
There's nobody saying it's his fault. It's what you listen to, what you consume. If you don't think something helps you consume, if you can't handle something, you still around and consume or hearing that. That's crazy.
I mean, they do have an influence on your actions, but I mean, the thing is. Yeah, those are your boys. You probably grew up with them. You balled out with them ever since junior high, high school. But once you move to a different level, you need to evolve to that level, even mentally. You have to mature. And if everyone doesn't mature with you, well, guess what? You can't bring everybody with you. You got to leave some people. People are brought into your lives more often than not for chapters.
39 M's, man. You niggas are not worth it. I'm sorry. I'm not acting the ass for y'all for the gram.
There's a beginning of a chapter and there's an end. Some of them stay for the entire book. But
39 M's, man. God.
That's just.
And then the endorsements, potential endorsement. Man. We homies, but I don't like you like that. I don't like you that much. Hell no.
Gosh, and it's just because he's talented.
When you retire from the NBA, that's when you start to think about that $100 million that you just squandered.
Or when you're 60. When you're 60 years old and you try.
Still working.
Yeah.
I mean, if he shape up, he'll make that back. And hopefully,
you never make that. That's lost.
He's got to change his mindset and his environment.
Yeah.
Right. That's what I'm saying. He shape up and tighten up.
Yeah.
Brand recognition.
Yeah. I mean, he's definitely taking a crazy L.
That's just a lot, man.
That's a lot of money, man.
It is.
All I'm saying is it's a certain behavior you got to change. And so you got to look and see why you're acting a certain way. So it's obviously something that's not clicking on that.
Right. And I think the young man needs some therapy because he's searching for something in his life. He's searching for something.
You can't.
He's acting out just like a child acts out.
Well, you can't be around the same things, either that people or influence and expect change to happen.
Right.
So I don't, people get.
And along with that, if you look at it, he's a young man. What is he, 22?
He's 23.
23. He's got behavioral issues.
But Doc, there's a whole organization there that's, I don't want to say holding his hand, but guiding him. They're guiding him. They're putting they're giving him the tools. They're giving him that game, the gyms. You know what I'm saying? So there's no excuse for him. There's no excuse for him to be out here acting a damn fool.
But
23 or 33, I don't give a damn. He's a grown man.
Kid, you went to summer camp and kids get away from their parents. Some of them are disciplined. Some of them are
we can't conflict to summer. We can't.
There's that one badass kid that's just gonna do whatever the hell he wants.
Summer camp. And not make that comparison.
Wait. Hey, Nick, what about band camp? Like
behavioral issues. That's what it all comes down to.
Oh man.
Learn how to behave yourself. And clearly he hasn't learned that.
Oh goodness.
Yeah, I agree with you on that. So final thoughts on this. I almost called him Ja Rule. Ja Morant.
It's funny because Cash, a couple of the football players were calling him out, and they said, "Man, yeah." A couple were like, "Man, stop letting certain things influence you." So, hey, other athletes are trying to give him game, like you said, and whether or not he listens, it's up to him.
Yeah. What about the kid he threatened to beat up at finish line?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, that's what I said. I read the Bleacher Report. The crazy thing about that is they said his mother.
Ryan Derrick.
Yeah. Oh, what's up, Ryan? They said his mother was the one who called him to come down to take care of it. So read the report. So
really, I didn't hear about that one.
Well, so
kid, come on, man.
Yeah. They said the kid was he locked himself in the back room for about an hour.
Ain't that's the first time we talked about this? That's what we had touched on.
Oh, I'm not sure. Did we?
Yeah, we
Yeah.
had talked about that. He had beat some 17-year-old up.
He had that
like
situation. His sister got into it. It was a volleyball game, and I guess the sister or somebody had called him. And he comes down with 8 other guys, and then he beat up somebody in the backyard of his house over a pickup game. So,
just stop it. They're
There's
from
just
the
a lot going.
burbs. Stop it.
yeah,
This
Send
tough
your
guy
goon
shit is
squad out
out.
to do that
Stop.
dirty work for you.
You don't even need to do that.
If
Just
you want
stop.
it done, that's what your boys are for.
Beating up 17-year-old kids.
If that's what you want a 17-year-old
Oh,
kid beat up, you
God.
tell your boy, take that L for you, man. Go knock
that's
him out.
just it's just really it's just really sad to see because he is a talented generational talent.
He is really.
And hopefully, like I said, yes, we are a society that we do believe in second chances. So, or even third chances. I think this is third or fourth chance, but
No, this is the second one, I think, right? The second
Well,
time this didn't happen that I know of.
well, the gun
get
is
what
we
you- I
just
get what you're
named
saying.
four. Yeah, there's
I get
like
what
5
you're
other.
saying. You said there's a whole bleacher.
There's a lot.
Rap
Yes,
sheet,
there was a
basically.
lot. So, but like I said,
All right, well, get it the fuck together, Josh. Cut it out. Damn. Your family is counting on you.
Right.
I know if that was my son, I'd be beating his ass. Like, wait a minute.
So, do you think if he had a good woman in his life, his behavior would be different?
Doc, no.
If he had
he has a woman in his life.
If he had a young child,
He has a child.
he does.
Yes, he has a girl, a daughter.
He has behavioral issues.
So there,
He needs
there it is
therapy.
right there.
He needs to get into therapy. He really does.
Yeah, because you
He's
said
acting out
what
for some
would
reason.
a
Willie
necessarily
Beam-
a good woman
Willie
do
Beamen.
like you think he would listen?
No.
Why
I'm telling
would-
you,
But
no.
why would
You
you
know-
be with a woman that you wouldn't listen to?
He's 23. He don't give a
He's
damn about
20
none of that right now.
Wait,
He don't give a damn
did you
about
listen to a
none of
woman at 23?
Doc did. He told us last episode.
Okay,
I didn't take everything to heart. I didn't act on it.
there we go.
But
Oh.
I listened. Yeah, I listened. And if it made sense,
All right. I can hear
If it
the,
makes-
I can just hear the Temptations in the background while Doc is doing this thing,
oh, it's always that.
Ah, nigga.
That beaten path there. He's 23 years
But
old.
when I was
I don't- yeah, well-
when I was his age, I had several women in my life.
Oh,
Well, okay. So there we go.
all right. Doc
Yeah.
with the loafers on and the yak. He want y'all to know.
They knew. They all knew. They weren't the only one. They knew. They weren't the only one. They accepted it. So
They was went by numbers. I'm number 7. Well, I'm number 5. I'm number 3.
Days of the week. I'm
Oh,
Wednesday.
they
I'm
didn't-
Friday. I'm Tuesday.
they didn't meet each other, but they knew that they weren't the only one.
Damn.
And they accepted that.
Doc cold on him.
That's cool. Okay.
Cold on him.
See, cats, you can learn. Hey, there you go.
But that was then.
Hey, I was
Don't
waiting
get
for
it
you.
twisted.
Hey, I was waiting for you to change. Hey, you better say
I
I'm
better go
changed.
ahead and wrap this up. Wrap up memory lane real quick.
That was then. Times change.
Yeah, maturity.
You evolve. You grow.
Absolutely, I agree.
All right.
All right, let's get to.
So the video that we had started the show with, I'm sure folks need context. So I'm gonna go ahead and play it again, and then y'all go ahead and sound.
Okay.
Apparently, it's a chick who's been married 3 damn times giving out relationship advice. So it should be good. Give me a second. Kill this up.
So I've been married and divorced 3 times. And if I could say one thing about my experience, and I mean, you can take it or leave it, it's going to be this. Make sure that whoever you are dealing with, okay, whether it's, somebody you're dating, long term, short term, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, or whatever, make sure that wherever they are at that moment, and by that moment, I mean, if they don't lose any weight, if they don't get a better job, if they don't fix, the childhood trauma, if they got a cat and you don't like cats, wherever they are at that moment, if you cannot deal with that, If you're thinking about, oh, well, if they change this and they change that, and, over time, then we'll grow to be, if they don't change a thing, is that somebody that you want to commit yourself to? See, what a lot of us, women especially, what we do is we connect ourselves to the potential that we feel a person has. And that potential doesn't always pan out. Sometimes we see something in somebody else that they don't necessarily get to realize or that they even see in themselves. But you got to understand that you have to love people where they are. And if they're showing a bunch of red flags and a bunch of deal breakers now, you have to know that if you commit yourself to that person, you could potentially be dealing with that for the rest of your life if you're talking about marriage or long-term relationships. So ignore the potential. Just throw that shit away. Go ahead and take a look at where that person is right now. If that's somebody that you can see yourself with long-term until you leave this planet, then you commit to that person. But do not commit to somebody's potential, because that's not something that exists. It doesn't exist.
All right, fellas and lady.
I have mixed feelings on that one.
Oh, you do?
What?
No, I mean, I agree. I have a lot of,
I was just
I
asking
have a lot of
a
agreement.
question.
I have a lot of agreement.
All right.
But when you're
Women
young,
in the group are not going.
okay, when you're younger and you haven't built yet, and you're in a building mood or building mode, you want someone with potential to help you build. So you got to be able to see that person working with you to build together. So that's part of it. Now, where I'm at now, I'm not seeing potential. I'm past that stage. I'm past that stage. So I really think it depends.
That's fair.
Yeah, I think
She didn't look too young to me, but
So you got to look at where someone is at life, because someone there
3 times. She's
yeah, she knows her mistakes, hopefully by now.
But what I like is she's like, I'm not gonna stay in a situation if the person is not showing any changes or willingness to change.
Right.
And I think a lot of times, I can echo what she said on that.
Likewise.
And I agree.
Likewise.
I think a lot of times we're very hopeful when you're in a relationship, and you hope that the person is going to, fit certain criteria that you're looking for, you need in a relationship. And
I agree with that.
yeah, so I agree with her. She said when she said didn't lose weight, I echo that too.
Yeah. Okay.
But am I wrong?
Okay, I'm going to diet. Okay, I got it.
Am I wrong for that? Because she said it. I'm just saying what she said. She's like, they don't lose weight.
Right, but do they want to lose weight, or is this the person they are? Or are they just going to lay up on the couch and eat cheeseburgers and play video games? Or do you see a pattern of them eating healthy, living healthy, exercising, and to lose weight? And what I got out of that is she's saying, if that's where you meet them, that's where they're going to be.
Yeah,
these are their habits and their behavioral patterns, and they're not going to change.
Right. If they're red flags, yes.
Yes.
Ooh, I don't.
So if someone has negative behavioral patterns that you see as a red flag, but you like them otherwise, you have to ask yourself, are you willing to accept these behavioral patterns and these habits? And don't expect them to change, because you're asking too much. If you're expecting these things to change and you're asking way too much, because a lot of people get into a relationship and says, I can change that person's gambling habits. I can change theirs. I can maybe they'll quit. I can encourage them to quit smoking cigarettes, or they smoke too much weed. Maybe I can stop that, or they drink too much. And she's saying, you got to accept people where they at.
But a lot of times people will show you just a glimpse of that. And then when you around them longer, it grows.
Right.
So it's hard to determine
at the beginning.
At the beginning, yes, whether or not is this a habit?
That's why you take your time and you observe.
Wait, time out, Doc. We said that last week. I said the same thing. I said it is a time based on that. You said you should know. I'm like, no. I'm not. For I don't know how long.
No, but we're talking about Habits and behavioral patterns. You have to watch them play out, how they play out.
No. This is why you do take a certain amount of time, and you take your time before you rush and get into something.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, I could have sworn you said something totally different.
No, I didn't say anything totally different.
Okay. No, you have to take time. And I say relationship in the process.
Yeah. I
What?
wrote last week.
Thank you.
Last week, I was talking about traveling together.
That's a part of it, though. That is a part. That's still time. You just said
It doesn't take time to travel together. Traveling together, you get to learn more about a person's habits, good or bad, and behavioral patterns, how they live. Do they leave their clothes on the bathroom floor after they shower? Are they neat? If you travel with someone,
we talk about if they're farting around you, doing all those type of things, I'm like, see, that's something that
no, you grow into that with comfort, but you see habits and behavioral patterns, and that's why I think it's good to take a trip with someone early in a relationship. And you will learn more. What do you guys think? Let me hear what you guys think.
I'm listening to what T said. She goes out, she travels a lot, and she said no. I agree, T. All right.
If you're in a serious relationship and you're taking it to the next level, you see potential future with this person early in that relationship, you need to take a trip. You need to see how this person travels, how they live, how they move. You need to see habits, good and bad, and behavioral patterns.
Hey, I'm listening to Travel with T. Is it Travel? What is it called? Travel with T?
Yes.
Okay, I'm listening to Travel with T. I think that you can start off without necessarily going on a trip, getting to know somebody over a period of time.
Yeah, you get to know them. But then, so you're a year into it, you're serious, you go on a trip, now you're together for 96 hours straight.
A year in, yes.
Okay. And now
let's
you
get
don't.
Let's get back to the topic was.
Okay, but why wait that long to find out so many things about this person that you don't like?
But wait, but it's still
because you haven't traveled with them before.
But we're all I'm saying to know that.
No, but that's a good way to find out habits and behavioral patterns.
No, it's not somebody. You're only usually going to go out of town with somebody for especially first
living with someone, really,
right? 3 to 5 days.
Living with someone, I think that'd be a surefire way
to find out
that,
to see
that person's
not on vacation,
right? But you travel together. It's going to tell you pretty much.
Nick
I said that last time we touched on this. The honeymoon stage is different from reality. And once you get back home, once you get back home,
but there's a level of reality.
That wig, you said that wig come out. See that wig come out. What?
There's a level of reality.
That lace front.
No, Nick just said lace front.
The lace front, the weave,
That's coming off at night on the vacation.
That's very true. Yeah, that's true. I don't care about.
I don't care,
but I see what B was trying to do with setting that
up. Hold on. But it's. I think it's better to find these things out early. Take a trip. See what these behavioral patterns and these habits are.
Okay, if you think that's
if you're looking at moving in with this person, take a trip. Spend 4 days with them.
But nobody's talking about moving in with
if you're thinking about moving in together,
we weren't.
No,
the question was talking about time, and
Nick said, if you're going to live together, you wait till you live together to find out. No, you don't want to wait till you live together to find out.
One of the ways,
but
you don't live together, or you can spend a lot of time.
You don't want to, move together.
Have to move in. You can just be. You can always be at her house, or she always be at your house, and just through that you'll find out how that person.
Wait, hold on. Right. My boy Miller said, as long as they make a bunch of money, why should she eat healthy? And he goes, I'm basing my question off the standards of the group.
What's the standards of the group?
Oh, wait, man, I got.
I'm asking. What's the standards of the group? Man.
If you make a lot of money, you want to eat healthy, so you can.
Is he okay? Clear that up for Jermaine said that.
Yeah,
can you?
I think
clear that up for me.
Maybe he's saying
I'm ignorant. I'm trying to follow. I don't know. I swear I don't know.
They don't want a man telling
them. Clear it up for me, fam. I don't know. Can
I ask a serious question too? And I gotta ask this. Okay. Why is it,
Aaron? I swear I don't know.
Wait. Why is it when a man says anything about weight, it just becomes like it just goes left? So are men not allowed to say anything when it comes to weight?
I'm gonna say it. T, okay. Yeah, you do.
Yeah, I just want to hear
You
her
have
say.
so much to say when we cut all this shit off.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, you do. I'm not letting you off the hook this tonight. Yeah, you do.
Like we talk about in the group, we talk about standards and which is cool. I totally agree with
Standards and preferences.
But-
You're entitled to them.
When
Absolutely.
we bring up weight, it's just like, wait, hold on.
It could be, possibly.
I'm just asking.
Well,
So,
are you putting a
hold
number
on,
on the weight?
Hold on.
Or-
Go ahead, let her get the question
But
out.
one thing I know, women that I know,
Mhm.
we have kids,
Mhm.
and our body's not the same as it was before we had kids.
Who's expecting it though?
But some women feel subconscious about that.
Okay, that's
But then-
fair.
And
That's
so
true.
if a man brings up, hey, your weight, and you already feel subconscious about your weight because you maybe have some weight from having one or two kids.
Once the children have turned 10, what's the
Oh damn.
what's the? I'm just asking. What's the? Because if the kids are 10, like this is 10 years ago you gave birth, but you still have this weight. So
Okay, like for me,
what's the problem?
I'll give you
You
my
can't use
I'll
yourself.
give you my scenario. Okay, so my first baby, I had
I'm just
when I was
asking
25,
questions.
right? I was back in my clothes in 3 weeks. They all fit back down to 115 in 3 weeks.
Give us another
Hold on,
example.
no.
We ain't
Yeah.
ta-
Yeah, T.
Second
You,
baby-
yeah, we
no, wait,
can't
hold
use
on.
T.
Second baby was 5 weeks. Third baby, I will never see 115 again. All right.
Okay.
So as we get older, having babies and stuff, we don't always bounce back. Not all women bounce back the same way. Some women go back down to 110, 115, whatever baby weight. Some women never do, and some women are very subconscious about the fact that they may have some extra.
Hey, I agree with that.
And
I think I spoke to that
I'm
too.
subconscious about it.
Oh, I'm talking about this comment.
Well,
I hear what you're saying too.
Let's hear it.
I think this is Jermaine. I think that if you're with somebody and you feel that their weight is an issue, you should help them out with that.
Absolutely.
And I think I've spoken to that
but
before.
then the same token
Yeah.
should be with women with men. Help them out with certain areas.
But women
That I
don't want to
see-
do that. They don't
but
want
that's
to
the
build
thing
a bed.
about it. And
That
that's
might be
what
the
I'm doing.
standards he's talking about.
Yeah.
He's talking about.
Yeah.
I know I didn't work on mine, so.
But it has to be something that they want and you're helping them with it, not that you're forcing them to do it because it's your
Absolutely.
standard and preference.
Yeah, I'm not gonna force you to lose weight, but if you want to sit up here and look, crazy, then
Would you stay with somebody that would say that left?
No,
No, you're shaking
no,
your head. You
no,
gotta say it in the mic.
no. If you're not, 'cause that's a health. That's a health thing for me. So if you're just cool with being unhealthy and overweight, and I have done my part, I'm trying to help. I'm trying to motivate. Babe, let's go to the gym. Let's do a at home workout routine. And if she just don't want to get to it because of whatever reason, yeah, well, we might have to sit down and reconfigure what it is that we're doing.
Well, I totally agree with man. Man said that you help, but
Right.
it has to be you helping one another.
Yeah,
Right.
And you're willing to.
Definitely.
So this notion that because sometimes I always find it funny that some women I hear sometimes, well, I want a man already, this that. And I'm like, well, okay, but wouldn't you expect if you're with somebody that they help you with something that you need help in? That's a
Right.
part of what a
Right.
relationship is.
And having that open mind.
Another thing is that if you look at the standards of beauty over the years, so often it was these stick figure women. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So often beauty was defined by being a certain shape, and most women do not fit that shape.
But I honestly don't think most men,
Especially black
fit
women.
that
I don't think
shape,
most
but
men
they
want
are thick.
what
Yes,
what
sir.
the
Yes,
traditional
ma'am.
beauty
Right.
is.
But
Most
the
men I know
standard-
don't
but
want that.
The European.
They don't.
standard.
They're not looking for that. But
Flat
they want you to.
backs.
Yeah, but
Nobody
nobody's
wants
asking
that.
for that. But they want.
Well,
Well, I-
there's motherfuckers out there that all.
but not a.
There's
I'm
some
saying
that
like a lot of brothers. Come on, we want curves. You want something. You know what I'm saying? You're not looking for a no offense, like 110. You know what I'm saying? That if you get it.
I know. I gave the weight.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm just saying what you said. I'm not saying. Oh,
Right. But in a nutshell, if all you're looking for is the shallow surface of a banging body and good physical looks, and if you're looking for longevity in that person, you got to take into consideration the effects of time and gravity. Because with time and gravity, when that banging body is no longer, do you still love that person for who they are?
If you stay in the gym and eat healthy, that banging body can be banging at
It's right.
52.
But
I'm not
if
going to
you
sit here
don't,
and
if
listen.
you have medical issues, if you develop
Well, okay, but that,
Yeah, but that's but
that
well,
causes you to gain weight or something,
Yeah.
sure, you get over it, but the weight stays.
that, I agree with that. But if
You know, you
that's
get-
not the case, and you are just
Yeah.
voluntarily being fucking
Late-
sloppy and
But
being lazy,
regardless,
and
being
fat,
they
then-
just say
yeah, you're
lazy.
just being,
Is that what Nick-
you're being lazy and fat. Then we have a problem.
But regardless, if you're looking at longevity, you have to take into consideration the effects of time and gravity.
Doc, hold on
Well, if
now.
you're
Now,
over-
hold
I'm
on.
gonna stop.
Wait. No, because
I'm drinking,
no, I,
so let me stop.
no, but I hear what you're saying. Yes, we all over a period of time,
Right.
and absolutely, I totally agree. And then, genetics play a strong,
Yeah.
genetics play a big part in our bodies. They do.
do.
Yes, but
So if she's banging in 30 and then you meet her mother and her mother is built like a rum barrel, does that slow you down and say, "Oh, this is what I'm looking at in 30 years"?
okay, you're gonna say that your pops never said, "Hey, look at the moms." I've had a lot of people say, "Hey, look at her mom."
That's
Okay,
what, and
so
that's what
yes,
I'm asking.
yeah.
So,
Well, I mean, you do
Is
take a
that,
look
a,
at
is
that.
that a red flag to you?
Yeah, probably.
If her mom's built like a sack of potatoes and she got a banging body,
I'm not saying I'm gonna say it's something y'all would notice.
All right. So what do you do about it? Are you,
I like-
are you willing to accept that
Yeah, you would.
as time and gravity takes its effect?
Listen, man. Look. I'm just being honest. For me,
No, you're
like
not.
we all have different. We all have different.
I'll answer that for you.
Huh? What do you say?
You're not.
No, you're not.
And I'm just one person. Hey, like
Right.
I'm like
talking shit.
well-
don't mind me. I'm talking shit.
I'm like, hey, and
But what my point is, if you
What?
put so much priority and emphasis on that and that alone, I think it's kind of shallow. And you're not looking at who the person is and how you connect.
that's
and
a
the
that's a
chemistry that you
PC way of
share.
looking at it, Doc. And I
It's
I
not
disagree
PC.
with that.
It's-
I totally did.
I gave the PC version.
Well, and I'm with Nick. A lot of people, if you're constantly, if you're health, and you don't even have to be health conscious, but if that's something that, hey, when we met and we've discussed it, I was like, hey, listen, this is
can't
what
be fat when we get old.
Or I'm
No, I
gonna trade you. Or I'm gonna
I-
trade you in
I'm
for a
not saying
younger
that.
model.
No. I didn't say that. What I said is there was a discussion that we had how important that was. And we had a discussion about how important, just like healthy lifestyles, absolutely.
Okay, but
And-
say you
right.
live that healthy lifestyle, time and gravity is still going to take effect. Now you're not as physically attracted to this person as you were 10 years ago.
I got to listen to what I'm attracted to. I mean, what am I supposed to do? Lie to myself?
So
Like,
what do you do at that point? I'm not attracted to you no more. I need something younger and finer.
I'm not. It's not. It don't have nothing to do with
Is that
being
what it
younger.
is?
That's not.
That's usually how it go. I don't know if that's how it is with
No.
me, but that's usually how
No.
it go.
Healthy. Being healthy is something that I
That's
would
how
look
you
for.
get shot in your head in your sleep.
Damn.
Wait, damn, dog. That's kind of dark. Like,
Kinda. That is dark.
what
It's
the hell I'm
fun.
talking about? Because I'm saying, look, I'm just saying for me, there's other guys that like, hey, they don't mind, cool. But I should have a right to like what I like, right?
Right, but you got to look at how that makes her feel as well.
Well, I mean, hold on.
Why?
If she's going into this situation with him and she knows that about him, then she's gonna stay on her P's and Q's and make sure
Right.
you
And
know,
guys,
she's meeting that standard. As B, you do the same with whatever standard you got to meet.
And somebody
for her.
said
That is all it
you can
is.
be healthy and a little thick. Absolutely.
What I'm hearing from Barry is
Nah,
that
Here we, I
yeah.
don't know what Barry's single out.
no,
Look,
what,
you
I,
can
what,
have a
I feel,
little
what I
bit-
feel like I'm hearing from Barry is that
Uh-oh.
he likes a healthy lifestyle. He wants someone who echoes that, who mirrors
And
that.
there's nothing wrong with that.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Me,
We all have our
I-
standards. Like y'all know my standards.
we
no,
know
no,
your
no.
standards.
What
What the hell?
Yes,
You ain't never in life on this show told us
Yeah,
what your
what
standards
are your
were.
standards?
I haven't.
No, T, you be bullshit, man.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, I have to agree with.
What's your standard? You didn't put yourself out there. Now I'm gonna ask, what's your standard?
Standard.
Oh damn.
What's the standard?
Okay.
I can't wait to hear this shit.
I like men who are somewhat in shape.
So,
okay. T, okay.
Okay. I mean, I don't like men.
Dad bods? You like dad bods?
No, I
Okay.
don't.
Ain't
I
nothing wrong
don't.
with it. Hey, ain't nothing wrong with it.
That's me. I don't like.
That's cool. You
I just
know?
don't like the big guts.
You
That's
gotta
just
have.
me.
So he gotta have abs.
You gotta
Abs,
I mean, you're not saying the 6-pack abs, but you gotta have, you
4
know,
pack,
decent.
something.
Hey,
Yeah.
T got on that sundress. T got the sundress. Now she acting up. She like, hey, help with this. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. T, I'm with you.
'Cause
I'm with you too.
that's just me though, because I tend to be healthy. I mean, I've gained about 10 pounds in the last couple months. I admit
T,
it.
we don't see it nowhere. You
I
good?
do.
Okay. Well, we don't see it no damn where. You good?
I did a lot of eating in Texas.
Yeah.
But I just like someone who basically has the same idea as I do
Okay.
when it comes to physical fitness.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't go to McDonald's. I did in Japan because it was in Japan. I understand it was different, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Japan's very different than here anyway. But I want someone who's like I said, what? I like men who are in tune with health
Mm-hmm.
and wellness.
Okay. Getting
So,
their yearly physicals.
She likes arms.
Hold on, they're getting their yearly physicals and
yeah, taking care of themselves.
okay. And
Taking
so, B,
care
what
of
did you
themselves.
say?
She likes arms. And
Okay.
what else?
Me personally, because
I hurt you.
So this person says you can be healthy and a little thick. Yeah, please.
Yes.
For me,
No wonder Nick seen that. He seen that comment. Who is that?
I think that was my man Jermaine.
Yeah, you read that twice, Nick.
I just want to double back because ain't nothing wrong with having some stretch marks, a little bit of stomach. I like all of that. Yeah, ain't nothing wrong with
Right.
There's some
You know what though?
There's some good dugout.
I don't like women that, like
some of
honestly.
them
I don't like
stomachs.
women who have abs like worse. Like no, don't be having abs for me because I feel weird to me. Not on women, man.
Be scared.
I don't like. Cause I had it, and it's not. Oh.
Oh, okay. What's going on, Rochelle? She said that. You can be healthy and a little thick.
Okay, Nick,
Okay.
we're over here, bro.
I'm just making sure
Okay, bro.
Yeah, I mean, you can and live an active lifestyle and have more stamina, endurance than a person that you think is really healthy and thin and lean or whatever.
I think we were talking about. I'm just gonna say fat. That's what we were talking about. We were talking about a
Obese.
little. Obese.
We're gonna go.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, because we do have another topic, one more. There's a young.
Oh,
man. Hold on.
I know that's right.
He said he got the Bruce Lee build category.
Tell him, Aaron. Tell him.
Aaron out here trying to get shows.
Wait. T Pro Tip over here too. She's like, who that?
Hey, T, did you see that? He said he
feel like
Bruce Lee.
I know that.
It sound like your sound like that's your guy. Hold on. Aaron.
Aaron.
Just hit her inbox.
Aaron,
Y'all
Aaron,
figure
Just
it
slide
out.
in DMs. Y'all can go and do yoga together or some shit.
Yeah.
You see that? Hot yoga. There you go.
I do love my hot yoga.
We putting
She
this
does
play
hot
together.
yoga.
We putting this play together for you, Playboy.
But
Hey.
and seriously,
Hit her DM.
yeah, DM her guys.
Y'all
Hey,
figure it
Aaron,
out.
T, Aaron. Hey, anyways, he said 40.
47. There you go.
47?
Stop.
Oh.
Wait.
47, that's right up your alley.
No, 47?
So 67?
What
Would you rather?
What are you talking? Like how are you
Do
talking?
you want him not to move?
I am
What are you?
59 years old.
How? What?
So
I'm
That's
59.
what. That's not the perfect age.
No.
You act like he 20. You act like he 30.
Are you
or
afraid that
something.
he might like hurt you? Or something?
No.
Oh.
Trust me, I'm afraid of that.
Oh shit!
Aaron, I have your back, bro.
Hey, let's do it.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
hit
Aaron,
that DM, Aaron. Y'all
man,
figure
Aaron,
it
There
out.
you go.
Hey, Aaron, get on your R&B, bro. Get on your R&B, man. She here.
Keith Sweat has a residency at the
Ooh.
Emerald Downs Casino.
Mm.
I'll play it.
Hey, Aaron, she's going to Music Soul Child, bro. Hey,
Front row.
front row.
All right.
It's getting real, guys.
All right. Okay. So, speaking
Well,
of,
so we're back to
weight, and let me go ahead and bring something up for you guys.
Okay, I'll put it like this. I was intrigued by Martha Stewart.
Oh, B,
You
we
see-
know you had a whole fucking
She's
post.
all
Hold
legs.
on, no.
All
B,
legs.
What?
B,
She's 81. Her legs are old.
B was excited.
Huh?
He was excited.
What?
I ain't been looking at your legs
Oh,
like that now.
Okay.
What was you gonna say about Martha Stewart?
What?
Let him get his shit off. B, what was you gonna say about Martha Stewart?
Martha Stewart, she
The
looked.
legs are usually the last thing to go.
No, Martha Stewart looking good in that. You see that?
It's a little Photoshop there. A little Photoshop.
Who don't have photos like?
Oh, looking legs.
No, she looked really nice.
She did look really nice.
Yeah,
She's
I thought
81. She
I was
looks
impressed.
really nice.
That's good.
I was listen. Anyone looking like that, I'm not tripping.
And she got money.
Well, that helps too.
You think Snoop hit that?
Snoop, we're gonna ask you, Snoop. When we're at the show,
All right, so
Steve, we should have asked him that.
Big time.
Did you hit?
okay, so women in their delusions of grandeur. That's the next topic because you didn't give me nothing to say. You didn't give me nothing.
I don't need to say.
So I had to come up with something on the fly.
That speaks for
Yeah,
itself.
I think this speaks for itself.
You know,
Look at this
right.
What she said.
You got to blow that
Hold on,
picture.
Yeah, they're gonna
Let me
see.
kill these bikes. Hold on. Hopefully, an ad don't come through.
Okay, and then we have a comment here, but I wasn't able to pull it up. Stifler asked, ask everyone to rate themselves on a scale of 1 to 10. So let's do that.
10.
Kiko, so okay, we'll start with you. Go ahead.
10.
A fat fucking 10.
A fa-
Oh.
No.
It's time. It's time to start. You're
Oh.
ready to start.
Mark Cuban.
Oh my God. Okay, give us a
Skip
second. Okay,
that.
hold on. Here we go. We got to go back. I'm sorry. Damn ads keep messing us up.
a fat fucking 10.
I mean, I'm just saying what everybody in the comments is gonna say. Be like, oh yeah, she's a fat fucking 10. Like, great.
Is there a comma somewhere in that statement?
Honestly, I don't know.
What was said was said.
Okay.
Yeah. I said what I said, and I meant what I said.
Okay.
Period.
On a scale of 1 to 10.
10. Answer
Were
stays
you
the same.
Were you a 10 last time?
Yeah, I was a 10 last
Okay.
time.
Billy Ray.
Um,
We should have waited till Deborah was back, but
we'll come back to her. I feel like I'm a 6.7.
Dude, why the fuck would you ever say something
Gorgeous.
like that?
Physically or overall?
Oh, I'm factoring everything in.
Really?
Yes.
With everything factored in? Consciously, but because they just have so many options, right? Like there's this guy in your DMs and that guy met you yesterday and there's this guy in the grocery store. And so you have options. Whereas men, we have to go out and create those options for ourselves. They don't just slide into our, they don't just show up into our lives.
I mean,
so
just
that's
to
what he
complain
means.
about that just sounds like very
It's not
like
complaining. It's just acknowledging a reality of the world. What Sam is getting at, and by the way, I disagree with the idea that all women are like kind of players, but I understand what you're getting at. The reality that he's getting at is that women are born with their value and men have to build their value, right? If I'm some loser and I just sit at home and I'm eating like potato chips all day and I don't spend my time trying to build my value as a man, build my confidence, all of these kind of things, I'm not going to have as much success with women as I would otherwise. But an average woman who isn't working on her own personal excellence and who still has a decent level of attractiveness, even if she's just average, there's going to be tons of dudes that want to sleep with her. And average guys do not have tons of women that want to sleep with
they
them.
probably do. They're just trying to seek out
No,
women who are above their pay grade.
Kiko, let me
Can I
let me
interject?
tell you
Like,
conclusively
especially in IB, I know men who are
Kiko.
ugly as hell getting laid every
Kiko,
night.
because
hold
they
on,
have
let Chase
confidence.
finish.
Because they have Tinder.
Just like what she said, it would have to be like, if I'm into you, then yeah, I don't mind sharing that information. But if like you're just being a weirdo, get off my shit.
Wait, question for you. So you previously described yourself as a certified
Bad bitch.
bad bitch.
Full-time
24/7.
Do you
No
fucking,
days off.
Do you like fucking slay? Like you got mad bitches because you're a certified bad bitch.
Can I
Do you
be
got mad
honest?
bitches?
No, I
Do
feel
you-
like I'm somewhat retired. What do you? Okay, wait. Let me finish before I answer.
Of
this.
course,
Y'all know
of
you
course.
finish, I'm sorry.
Do you get mad bitches?
As in, like,
And by the way,
Who do you go for?
Who do you go?
Guys or girls?
Guys,
Or
girls, both.
I like boys. I
You
like
like-
men.
Okay, you like men.
I'm actually, you know what? I'm gonna be honest. Because when I drink, like, I'm personally like, I don't like vagina, but like, I'm down to play with some ass and titties. Like, that's
Okay.
fun.
All right.
That's
Get
why
it.
I asked Kiko.
Get it.
What?
That's
Okay.
why I asked Kiko
So,
about your sexuality. earlier.
so like, I don't know. I kind of get the impression. Like, I feel like you got game. So, like, do you get mad bitches?
Honestly, yes. However, let me clarify something. I feel like the older that I'm getting, I'm washing them away. Why? Because I'm getting older. I want a man who
Well,
loves me
23?
openly.
You're 23.
Yeah, I'm
You got-
23. But
you got
like,
plenty
honestly,
of time to sow the wild oats.
Let's be.
Is that how that goes?
Let's spill the tea real quick, okay? Like, let's spill the tea. My experiences from dating are way more different than theirs. I'm a trans girl. Like, men, honestly, like, it's so fucking rare that you ever even find a guy that's being like, let me take you out. Let's go see a movie. Let's go have dinner. No, they're just trying to fuck. I'm a fetish. I'm a fetish to like 98% of those fucking guys. You know? So my thing right now is like, okay, yeah, sexually I can probably have whatever the fucking guy I want to.
You sure
But
about
no, honestly, like there has not. I'm gonna be 100% honest. Like if I genuinely like that guy, or if I like, oh, like
There's nothing godly about
yeah,
Not you, sorry.
So like if I'm attracted to them sexually, like I've 95% of the time I'll get it. However, I'm getting to a certain age now, like a level of maturity, where it's like, okay, sex is just sex at this point. I want intimacy, and I want it outside of closed doors.
Yep. You want something that's not shallow and superficial. You want more than just sex.
Okay. I'm sorry. So I don't know how to set this up. Going off what y'all were just talking about with, weight and all of that, and then based on what this individual was, I mean, where are y'all at with it? I'm gonna shut up. Be quiet. I can't.
Well, some men, that's their preference.
Yes.
Some men like that, some men want that. So clearly that's what she's going to attract, is men that like that.
Well, the issue is when they're
as
like
far as
overly
she can get
confident, like
any
any
man she
man,
want,
like
that's cap.
No, but honestly, I hear that from some women. Like, I can get any man I want. It's like, okay, no.
They say that like that's the biggest place.
Yeah,
right.
I'm like, well, what is that? Because men are.
Do you think they're just saying that to put that shell that to appear that there's a shell of confidence around them, and they're just saying that? Or and then when you say, well, put it to the test. Well, I don't want him, well, because you can't get him, That's why you don't want it.
Right.
You think that's the case?
But okay, do you think women, when they rating themselves, do you think a lot of women think themselves like over like a 7? Because even like during this, right, most of the women were like 9, 8, 10. Only one said 6.75.
Right, which shows me that she knows she's fairly attractive, but she leaves that to the eye of the beholder, and she's also leaving herself room for growth and improvement. That I would go with that, other than a woman says I'm 10, because she's saying I'm perfect, I don't need improvement, this is the best that you're going to get.
Aaron, I thought
10.
this was a perfect segue.
Yeah, that was.
I
bro.
thought this was a perfect.
Oh,
segue.
it is a perfect. Because the problem is
you said that this was a very bad example of the conversation.
You can say that, but the problem is there's a lot of women that do think like that, though.
The delusions of grandeur.
Yes, absolutely.
And
T,
and that's unfortunate.
look, even T can't even like deny. Look.
Oh, are you
lost
for words?
Right?
Woo. Like Doc said, we all have our preferences, and there are men who prefer different body styles. Some prefer bigger, some smaller, taller, shorter, whatever. So I'm sure that to some people she's a 10. But from what I've experienced, the whole 98 or 95% that she speaks of, I think that's 95% of the men that she knows who are attracted to her. I can't believe that's I've heard, I believe that's an accurate portrayal of men in general. So
I did like what the guy was saying about average men, though.
What would you say is an average man?
I don't. That's a good. I mean, I don't know what the average, but
as far as majority goes in numbers, or
what's the percentage of a man that's average?
Yeah.
I mean, it matters what you're looking like. I'm going on probably their age range was just I think was like under 25. So
yeah, it was like
probably
25.
18 to 25,
Yeah.
probably living with parents or barely making ends meet.
Right, roommates or whatever.
Probably skinny, like dude that's probably doesn't really have game or able to go out and have conversation with a lady. I don't even know if that's what they probably do. They probably don't do it like that anyways, but
So is it a confidence factor? Is it the way you carry yourself? How confidently you carry yourself? Because like she said, I know dudes as ugly as hell getting laid every night. Is that because of a confidence factor?
But that's not the majority of guys. So I think
But the ones that of those that fit that category, do you think it's because of their confidence, the way they carry themselves, the aura they exude?
I think it's confidence, but I also think they have something to offer.
That verbal rapability, they got the mouthpiece. Game.
I don't know. Pause. Yeah, mouthpiece goes a long ways.
Yeah, it does. Intelligent conversation, yeah, it gets you a long way.
Yeah, I think it's the interaction. That's why.
And if you're an ugly dude and you can sing,
no, if you can sing or you can cook, bro.
What if you can sing and cook?
Oh man,
you can do that.
You're on.
No matter what you look like, if you can sing and cook.
Oh no, or play ball. You can play ball.
About playing ball.
Yeah, you gotta be able to play ball, man. Man. What you say? Communication is key.
I speak to a lot of guys who can't hold a conversation, and then Aaron says half of them dudes are paying for sex. Hey, man.
Wait. Is there anything wrong with that though?
You paying for sex, whether
yeah. Aren't you
anyway?
Right.
Aaron, you take a woman out. Let's just be honest.
When you're paying for sex through a sex worker, you're not paying for sex, but you're paying.
That's direct deposit type.
That's guaranteed though.
Right, it is guaranteed, but that's not what you're paying for.
Well, you're paying for them to leave.
You're paying for them to leave. Absolutely. You're paying for them to be gone when you're
an
done.
Immediate transaction.
Yeah,
Whereas
absolutely.
Indirectly, you take a chick out, wine and dine,
And you might a lot of them hit the first night. No, you didn't.
Right.
No,
They might.
Most guys. You didn't. Okay. It's usually 3 or 4 times. Right? Maybe let's say third time.
Okay.
So you spent. Well, how much you think you spent on 3 days?
Close
What's
to
that?
$1,000. 3 dates?
No.
So what
Wait, hold on.
That was a date.
When's the last time you been on a date?
I got those low. That's the reason.
Doc hitting each and every night.
Man,
3 dates?
$350.
Damn, dog.
That's about average. Do you go out? Do you take a woman out on a date with less than $300-$400 in your pocket?
Well, I haven't spent $1,000. Like I feel like, man.
If you go bowling, have a couple drinks, eat snacks, and then go out to dinner afterwards.
About like $200.
Okay.
Well, look,
like $700, $500, 500. Yeah, 500 for 3. I think is
okay. Okay.
So you way off on that. $1,000.
I'm going on my experiences.
Oh, Doc
put
it out there. Dr. Hughes about to explode. I can go to El Gatos. Hey, Doc, what's up?
El Gatos, that's $350 right there.
I thought we were going to Red Lobster. We're going to El. What was it called? I thought I was doing something. I was doing Red Lobster, so I guess I was wrong. Doc is right. Huh?
You could go bowling for a couple hours, have a couple drinks, eat some hors d'oeuvres, take a drive, end up at, let's say, Melrose Grill, have a steak. You're over $300 right there.
No, hold on here. Can
that's just a date.
So every day,
the first date, the second date,
yeah, okay.
That's baller.
Hey,
that's
baller. Usually your first date,
baller.
He's taking it to the hotel after dinner.
Usually,
right?
I wouldn't call a first date. I wouldn't call a meet and greet a first date, like if you meet for coffee or for lunch as a first meet and greet icebreaker. That's not a date.
Yeah. Oh,
that's an icebreaker.
Wait, T, is that a date?
That's an interview.
Yeah, that's a meet and greet.
I would go with T on this
because you're in the middle of the day. We're meeting.
If she wants me to count under $20, I'm counting it.
No,
this is what I like, right?
No.
T, tell him.
No, that's a meet and greet. Do we have chemistry? You break the ice. Let's do it in the middle of the day. Coffee and croissant. We both have something to do with the rest of our evening.
Coffee date.
It's a coffee date. That's what they call it.
That's what you want to call it.
I'll call it what T calls it because that's $20.
I don't call it.
All right, so that goes down. So now we're
strike up a conversation with most of the ladies out here. They'll tell you themselves that ain't no date. That ain't a real date. They want you to do what doctors.
Okay, so somebody said 3 dates, $600. So I said $500. So I'm right around that number.
That's what I said.
So
just going to dinner.
Oh no, not tricky.
Huh?
Just going to dinner. That's the date. Just go to dinner and back home. That's the dinner.
Well, she wants to go back home. I like
No,
that.
your perspective home.
She want to come to my house.
I mean, but I'm just saying. I'm doing the numbers.
You got other activities that you're putting in the mix outside of just dinner.
Well, you told me walking park. This is what you told. Doc told me walking in the park. That don't cost nothing.
That's true.
That's what I just seen. What you're just telling. What you told me before.
Well, we gonna meet at the bar. We may go bowling, have a couple drinks, some hors d'oeuvres, go for a walk in the park, and go for dinner.
Skydiving and shit. Okay.
So you like to date for the whole day?
Yeah, I like 5.
Oh, well, that is a thing. That is a thing.
Well, who likes that long? That's too long. T, isn't that too long?
For first date?
For even the third date, that's too damn long, bro.
If I really like you,
Mm-hmm.
first date, I don't plan on spending 5-6 hours with somebody.
But see, before the first date,
I like
I don't know. You show you a good ass time, you might just lose track of time and not even realize you was on that date for 5 hours. You don't plan on, but
if things are going well, we can make a longer period of time. But
you gotta say something else.
Well, hold on, Aaron. Hold on, Aaron. You said you like Bruce Lee, so see, you don't have to spend the 3. See, yeah.
5-6 hours with somebody the first date.
well, I'm gonna tell you, with my woman, with Jano, my current woman number, our first date, it was 12 continuous hours.
Okay, but it was a constant doing. Like, I don't want to get too personal.
We didn't
bro.
have sex on the first date. No.
Wait, ask you that? 12 hours?
12.
I thought
continuous hours because
12 hours is long. I thought you would have sex.
That's a shift in some overtime.
So that's what you see. That's why you got her. See, that's you playing.
Hey, you putting these
men.
Hey, he's giving y'all some jewels.
Hey, I'm taking the plan.
I would. It wasn't.
That's a whole work shift and some overtime.
But I picked her up at 4 in the evening, and I dropped her off at home at 4 in the morning.
4 in the morning?
Yeah.
So was it?
Wait,
sleeping?
were y'all
like,
at a
like I'm
hookah-
trying to. I'm not trying to.
Were y'all like at an all night hookah bar? Because 4 in the morning?
No.
Oh, okay. Well,
we finished the evening having a drink, listening to some music, sitting on my boat talking.
Oh, see.
Oh, he took her on the boat. No, see, he doing too much.
I put my microphone.
Hey, now let me borrow that boat. He was playing.
That was like started.
We went there at like
we were on my boat.
Because I didn't feel like driving to the car.
Hold on, time out. Now you kind of cheating on that one.
I didn't cheat.
No, you cheating on that one because
that's not what the average man can do. The average man don't got no damn boat.
That was 2 hours. That was the last 2
But
hours.
we're going to Smoky Joe's. We're going to smoke cigars.
Okay.
That's what we're doing.
She don't like cigars.
Well, she can sit next to me
No, she
while I'm
go
smoking.
downstairs and play the machines. Is what she would.
She
be doing, and that wouldn't be.
You can tell a lot if a woman will go to you to the cigar. When she go, no, which one?
We went to the Brazilian steakhouse.
That's too much meat.
They got rice, beans, all that.
Nah.
And then we left and we drove through. It was Christmas Eve, our first date, as a matter of fact. And we drove through the Enchanted Parkway, the little Christmas light.
Right, Aaron? I'm
Aaron,
yeah. He clowning the shit out of everybody right now, you know.
The average guy wants to just go smoke a cigar, take his lady.
My spaceship.
But I had never done that before in my life. Never a date that long.
Oh, okay.
And then one thing that impressed me is I didn't see not one red flag in that first 12 hours.
Is she watching? Okay.
I don't think she's watching.
Oh, that's good. Well, no, that's impressive. But who would be looking for? I think when we're talking red first dates, I don't think I would be necessarily.
You don't look for them, but they pop up, and you can't.
No, I think they're hidden pretty good. It's gonna take a minute.
There's a red flag. I've seen red flags on the first date, and I've done some dating in the last couple of years. I'm gonna tell you.
No, I think it takes a while. I think it takes about 3 dates before you see it, like significant red flags.
Somebody can show their whole entire ass.
And I've seen it.
I don't know.
Came in the restaurant.
They can.
Look good. Loud as hell. 3 drinks later, the whole restaurant here, everything.
But did you still take them out after?
No.
Or you were done immediately?
Done. That was it.
Most guys ain't.
One and done.
Yeah,
And then the conversation got weird. I'm not looking for no man. I'm looking for no boyfriend. I'm looking for a husband. I'm like, wait a minute. You putting the cart before the horse.
Most women say that though. Most women say that. Women, I'm looking to get married. Like I don't, dog. That's what a lot of women. That's why when women on the group talk about single, I want them. Where they don't want nothing.
They don't want you. They don't want you.
I want them. Hey, it wasn't saying, hey, I want to be single, but we just cool.
But what's
Where they at?
right? Oh, they're there.
No,
They just don't announce that. They just don't announce
That's what I'm
it.
getting at.
Yeah.
Most women.
You just have to know how to identify that.
Am I off what I'm saying? That I think most women, at least where I come, they want to get married or they want a relationship.
Why do you think that is?
I don't.
They want to be taken care of, or they need to be.
Well, I don't
taken
think it's a taken care of. It's just you have everything else going in life.
I'm different.
And they want to
like
say they have a husband.
Well, I just think that you want a companion, you want a partner. I mean, it's
Right.
nothing wrong with it. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. But I do think that the older, like, shoot, a lot of where I come from, that's what they want.
Yeah. Even the happily single, even the happily single ones who love their life like it is.
Oh.
I mean, that's an attraction to a lot of people. And like my motto, and like I tell a lot of these young men, find you a woman that does not need to be taken care of, and then take care of her.
I've been black. I don't think.
And that does, and a lot of women who are living their best life and they're single, they take that to mean controlling. Ain't no man gonna tell me what to do. Ain't no man gonna say I can or I can't. No. It ain't about that.
You must submit, ladies. You must submit.
No. See, if you ever have to have that conversation with the woman,
He can get mad if they want. Usually, if a woman is married, there's some submission going on. Both men and the woman are submitting to each other. So
but if you ever have to have that conversation and say, I expect a woman to submit to me, then you're not worthy of submission and you failed at being a leader. And
make a segment about submission. We just got
right.
We got to do it in part 50.
Right.
Oh, we got part 48. All right.
You have to love that woman into submission.
All right. This is part 50, guys. 51 next week.
Don't get me started.
Yeah, we know.
Yeah, next week's not here.
All right, y'all. We out.
And most women will submit.
Oh, here we go.
And then turn around and 6 months later say, damn, am I submissive?
Okay. All right, Doc. Ding. All right. On that note.
Y'all can address this topic because you had like 3 of
them.
Okay,
we do that.
This thing right here. But I mean, we can do that next.
We'll do that next one.
Pop up.
All right, guys.
We appreciate y'all for checking us out Tuesday
Tune
night,
in.
every Tuesday night, 8 p.m. right here in the Shopkulture Live group, Barry's page, Doc's page, the Feel My Flow page, the YouTube channel. Hopefully you guys are tuning in, like, sharing, and subscribing, putting us in the algorithm, just getting us out there. Just getting us out there to the masses.
We love y'all.
Let's
hear what you want us to discuss. We want you to be part of the discussion.
Submission.
All right.
Submission. You must submit.
Submission in modern times.
Oh my goodness. I'm with you, T. All right. On that note, we out.
Nick just like getting a rise out of it. Must submit.
Gentrification is good, though. All right, y'all. We out.